Corrine Maury here. Do you find that you have money in your pocket? Are you one of the lucky ones that can carry 100? Or maybe you're down to $5 bills. Or maybe even some of us are just down to loose change in our pockets. And maybe some of us are having to live off of credit cards, one or two a month. Are you finding that it's hard to meet the bills at the end of the month? There are reasons why the cost of living has increased substantially, and I'm going to bring your attention to one of these reasons, which is taxation and property taxes. And here's some thoughts for you. At the local government level, administration is provided through the regional district of Central Kootenay. Now, even municipalities are under this umbrella, and so all local government, which is responsible for things like garbage dump, access and emergency services like your fire halls, water systems, and even components of the transit system across the region are all administered through taxation at the RDCK level. Now, I just wanted to let you know some of the trends that are occurring over the last few years. This won't be an interpretation, it's just going to give you some numbers so that you understand what is trending through the costs that are being incurred at the regional district level. So the two sets of numbers I'm going to use are from 2017 and 2023. All of these financial statements are available on the RDCK website under Documents and then Financial Reports. So some numbers that I can share with you are, I'm going to give you two sets, 2017 and 2023. In 2017, the taxation collected was just over $26 million. Last year, there was over $40 million collected. In 2017, wages of both employees and directors totaled just over $13 million. Last year, it was over $27 million. That's more than double in 6 years. This is just to give you a trend of how things are going and how quickly the costs are increasing. We also have now in cash and temporary investments, 6 years ago, there was 32 million invested, and now there's over 60 million invested. And I will discuss that a little bit later. We are in some really interesting dynamics right now in terms of the local taxation. There are three components that are affecting the amount that we're being charged. And so I'd like to just give you a brief overview of what that looks like. So we are on the hook for environmental issues that occurred in previous decades. So there were many garbage dumps and the HB tailings pond that all have environmental repairs that need to be done to fit current policies and regulations that's in the government. So money is being collected for that. We're talking tens of millions of dollars for that. We are also being charged for the current service provision, which is for our current garbage dumps, fire halls, water systems. So current service level as well. And there's this new thing called asset management. So higher levels of government are determining that we need to set aside money to cover the replacement cost of any hard assets so that when they reach their end of life, the money is set aside to replace or repair. So we are in the sandwich zone, which means this current generation is covering the cost of previous decades worth of garbage dumps and environmental issues. We're paying for our current service level, and we're also being required to put aside money to replace assets in the future. And those numbers I'm going to give you now. In order to cover the expenses of this retirement of the asset management plan, the regional district has to collect extra taxes from us now, and then they invest it into funds to accrue interest and to put the money aside. In terms of numbers, in 2017, there was $32 million that was set aside for this. We are currently at over $60 million that is set aside. We have not been told what the cap is going to be on this stockpiling of our money. This has not been determined And as a result, we don't have any indication of when enough will be enough. So at this, many of you felt some distress when you received the tax bill in the mail for your property taxes that are due on July 2nd. And I would say that your feelings of distress are actually legitimate. The fact that we are being required to pay for past offenses, present services, and future requirements all in one generation, I don't see as being sustainable. We are also having the issue where the ones that are managing and distributing these funds, are they doing that to what is our priorities? Currently, right now, the highest expense is in the parks and recreation. We're spending over $19 million on that. So that's the 27 parks and your 3 recreation centers. The next expense is the garbage dumps, which is running around 16 million. And then you have your emergency services, so fire halls, etc., are running around 12 million. Is this what you would prioritize if you were spending this much money? Is this what you would prioritize your resources to be spent on? So these are all questions that we're asking as we're monitoring what's going on at the regional district. We will continue to try to give you information so that you're aware of how local government management is faring. And we'll keep doing our part to let you know what's going on. Thanks.